Good morning, podcast people. It's another day in the agentic frontier, and I've got a stat that's going to knock your socks off. Orange, how many AI agents do you think the average big company is running right now?
Knowing how these reports go, I'd guess a handful. Maybe 3 or 4?
13. The average Salesforce customer went from 5 agents in February 2025 to 13 by April 2026. That's more than double in just over a year.
Wait, seriously? That fast?
That fast. And it's not just more agents, they're doing way more work. Today, we're breaking down the second annual Agentic Enterprise Index from Salesforce. It's basically the biggest real-world snapshot we have of what happens when companies actually commit to Agentic AI. Buckle up.
Okay, so before we dive in, who exactly did they measure? Because the average company can mean a lot of things.
Good question. Salesforce looked at customers who had agents running in production, not pilots, not proofs of concepts, every single month of the analysis window, from February 2025 through April 2026. That's the important part. These are companies that kept agents live for 15 straight months. So when I say the workforce doubled, I mean actual deployed working agents.
And they went from 5 to 13 agents on average. That's a 7% compound monthly growth rate, if my math is right.
Show off. But yes, 7% CMGR. And here's the wilder part. It used to take these companies about 4 days to get a new agent into production. By April 2026, that number had dropped to 1.9 days, a 53% improvement. Deploying an agent is becoming as routine as shipping a software update.
Right, because we all know software updates are famously painless.
Okay, fair, but you get the point. The friction is coming out of the pipeline, and the agents aren't just sitting there idle either. The average number of actions each account performed grew at a 31% compound monthly rate over those 15 months. The tools are doing more, and they're doing it fast.
So what are they actually doing? I feel like AI agent is one of those terms that covers everything from a glorified chatbot to a full-on autonomous worker.
Oh, this is my favorite part. Salesforce built something called the Sophistication Index, a 5-point scale measuring how cognitively complex an agent's actions are. Levels 1 through 3 are the basics, looking up records, drafting emails, summarizing documents. Levels 4 and 5 are where it gets interesting, actually updating database fields, making changes, executing workflows.
And companies are hitting those higher levels.
Here's the twist. It's not the tech companies leading. Manufacturing, financial services, and healthcare and life sciences have built more sophisticated agent networks than the traditional AI frontrunners, like tech and retail. The industries with the hardest operational problems are pushing agents the hardest.
That makes sense in a weird way. They have the most repetitive, high-stakes workflows to automate. But how do they even measure how much work an agent does? Tokens are a terrible proxy. Everyone knows that.
Right! Salesforce invented the Agentic Work Unit, AWU, to try to measure actual work performed instead of tokens consumed. As of April, Agentforce agents had performed 734 million AWUs, growing about 15% every month. That's a staggering number.
But I remember reading that analysts have criticized AWU, that it's not clearly tied to business outcomes. It's a metric they invented to describe their own product.
Yeah, that criticism is fair, and we should say it out loud. It's a proxy, not a profit number. But here's the thing. Even with that caveat, the direction is unambiguous. More agents, doing more actions, deployed faster every month. When your own customers' usage data shows that kind of curve, it's not marketing anymore. It's adoption.
Okay, so what about the architecture? Because I feel like there's a technical story hiding in here about how these agents are actually built.
Oh, great catch. The report found agents are acting across multiple cloud domains: sales, service, marketing, commerce, which is why Salesforce is pushing what they call a headless architecture. Decouple the agent's logic from the traditional front-end user interface, and suddenly, agents can process tasks, execute actions, and trigger workflows anywhere. The agent becomes a worker in your backend, not a widget in your app.
And they practice what they preach. I saw that Salesforce itself saw a 3-fold increase in AI agent sessions internally.
Yes, and here's the stat that made me genuinely jealous. Their Slackbot saves the average employee 5 hours per week. 5 hours! And 83% of the company has adopted it. That's not a pilot, that's a culture change.
So what's the takeaway for a normal company that's watching all this and thinking we're behind?
2 things. First, start with service. The report says the service use case is far and away the best ROI to start with. Customer service agents handle structured, repeatable work, so it's the natural entry point. Second, and this is the philosophical shift, people are moving from asking agents questions to telling agents what to do.
What does that look like in practice?
Exactly. Joe Enzariello from Salesforce put it perfectly. Instead of asking an employee agent, how do I file a form to request my vacation, people are now saying, hey, I'm taking a vacation, you enter the form for me, here are the details. That's the bias towards action. That's the difference between prompt engineering and agentic work. You're not querying a tool anymore, you're delegating to a teammate.
And that's really the core of what this show is about, isn't it? The mindset shift from how do I ask the AI to how do I manage the AI that does the work.
Exactly. So here are your 3 takeaways for this Monday morning. Number 1, agentic workforces are doubling year over year, 5 to 13 agents on average, and deployment time is down 53%. If you haven't started, you're not early, but you're also not too late. Number 2, start with service and push for sophistication. Don't stop at summarization. Aim for agents that actually execute. And number 3, the mindset shift matters more than the tech. Treat agents like junior teammates you delegate to, not search bars you type into.
And remember, the industries doing it best aren't the flashy tech giants. It's manufacturing, finance, and healthcare grinding out real operational wins.
That's the show. We'll be back tomorrow with more from the Agentic Frontier. Same time, same channel, still caffeinated.
Until then, go delegate something to an agent.
And tell it to file your vacation form. See you tomorrow.